News went viral on all networks about the untimely death of Rev Sister Hilda Tibarindeka, the head of St. Teresa Girls School, Namilyango, on the 9th of January 2019. Masses rushed to the school and thereafter joined mourners to receive her body at Namilyango Parish for Requiem Mass, and later a vigil as last celebrations to see her off. As many waited for the A+ heirs bearing her remains to show up, they saw a procession of boda riders riding at a slow pace in front of the vehicle. We learned later that when the boda riders of SETA heard that the remains of Rev Hilda were on Ginger Road proceeding to the parish within the A+ vehicles for a send-off mass and vigil, they arranged and mobilized fellows to fetch her body at Namamve and accord Rev Sister Hilda a fair respect of their status for the enormous contributions and good working relationship with them. This broke many of the mourners into tears to realize a great educator's work felt even within locals of such a status. Sister Hilda had the money on her since she controlled the school with a big population and with parents from average families. However, she is remembered for keeping a low profile and being a pro-people school administrator. Her name sounds loudest to many and her works still recognized and felt. After spending a normal day at school inspecting construction works and overseeing the entire school environment that was to open operations on Monday the 7th of January 2019, Sister Hilda retired to the convent to pick a few items. She wanted to accompany her operation and drove herself out of the school gate, not knowing it was her final exit from a school she had diligently delivered great service. As she drove out, she told people she met at the school exit that she was going for a holiday simply because she never wanted to scare people who would know of her operation. Sister Hilda was battling an inner goiter that occasionally blocked her speech and throat. The illness had developed when she was still in the formation stages as a sister, and in 2007 had an operation within Nairobi in Kenya. 10 years after her previous operation, she was meant to undertake yet another operation, which sources close to her say she pushed for a year for fear, but nevertheless had to undertake it, and so on January the 5th of 2019, she brevetted and took herself to Kampala medical chambers for an unsuccessful operation that left her at a death row. Doctors of Kampala medical chambers realized things were worsening. She was recommended for shifting and then rushed to Nsambya Hospital for further handling. She was immediately admitted in the intensive care unit on Sunday morning, where she spent 2 days and breathed her last. The late Reverend Sister Mary Hilda Tibarindeka was born on the 20th of March 1963 to the late Nyasio Barere and Sephoronia Kanjanja in western Uganda. She made her first profession in 1992 and her final profession vows in 1998. She was a teacher who eventually rose to headship. Prior to Namilyango, she had worked in various education institutions, inclusive of Chigulu Girls Primary School, Namunyumya Primary School, St. Joseph's Girls Primary School, Nsambya, St. Anthony Primary School, and Busowa Primary School. At Namilyango, Sister found a small, less known and less population school of about 350 girls. She worked tooth and nail to market the school, and in so doing, increased it to a tune of 840 girls by the time of her death.